Hi, how's it going? Today I'll be showing you how to replace your water pump on a 2.8 liter V6 1988 Chevy, or any first generation for that matter. You want to start by taking off your radiator, and you want to take this plastic housing off first. And there's 3 bolts right here that were holding it on. I just took them out to speed things up a bit. Alright, 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And there's 2 more, and this is a 10mm socket. And there's 2 on this side. See, 1, and this is the second one right there. And after that, your whole top half should come off. That one. And there's 2 on this side too. 1, see right there. 1 right there. And the second one right there. Right there. Same location, just opposite side. And after I take it back, I'll get back to you. Alright, one more thing I forgot to mention to you was before you start unscrewing stuff, especially when you have your wrench and you're all by the battery and stuff and you're messing with water, you always want to start and at least loosen up 1, if not 2, of your battery connections. I'll do my positive. You should do your negative, but I'm going to do both just to be on the safe side. And this is mine's a 5/16 I'm using. And I'll remove both of these and I'll get back to you. Hi, okay. So your next step after you remove these 4 from here, all 4, you should remove 4 of these pointed ones from the base like I showed you, the 4 bases. Now it's time to pick up the cover. And what you want to do, this will be connected in here just like that. And all you gotta do is pry them out. Just like that. And do the other side too. Then once that's gone, I'm gonna leave this tester there. I'm testing the pressure of it. You now are able to pick this up and remove it. Just like that. Like I'm doing. It's hard to do with one hand and film at the same time. But make sure no wires are in the way. Get this side. Alright, I'll take this off and I'll get back to you. Once you took off the cover, what you then want to do is you have to start taking off the fan. Now, there's 2 ways you could do this. You could start by removing these bolts right here off the clutch and the fan to get them out the way. But there's the easier, that will be the easiest way, but the fast way, and that saves time too in the long run, is these bolts here. I tried taking them off. They're a little tight, so I hit them with some WD-40. I didn't have my PB blaster, so I have to use WD-40 on it. And these are a 13mm, but my socket, as I get my socket to fit, look, see, my socket won't quite fit, so I'm going to end up using a wrench, a 13mm wrench, and do it that way. But I'm gonna let this WD-40 sit on it for a few minutes. I'm gonna give it at least 5-10 minutes to do what it does. And and when you take those off, what you'll need, I am going to be using a screwdriver, flathead. Where is it? Oh, here they are. Yeah. Alright, so as it sits on one side, like this, gets in there like that, you see, now, with the screwdriver, you need to poke it. Let me change hands. just like that in between these other two to give it some leverage, so you can start prying on it and just start pushing them both the opposite way, and it should come off. Alright, so now it's off, and remember, these are screws, so as you're doing your wrench, you don't want to turn it that way. You want to turn it this way, so it comes off. And with some WD-40 on it, it wasn't hard to get off. But now, since all 4 screws are off, your fan should just slide off now. Just like that. And with the fan out the way, your pump should just slide. I mean, not the pump, the pulley should just slide right off like it did. Okay. Now, this right here is the water pump. And what you'll need to do now is, start what you could do with a flathead screwdriver. Take off the hose connecting to it right. My hand in here. Right there. See that little thing that's connected to it? Where the water comes in and out for your heater core. What you want to do is just loosen that. Okay. That should be good. And the hose should come right off. Let me see. Right there. Give it a little twist. And doing this with one hand is not as easy as it looks. I'll loosen up a tad bit more. Alright, now it's loose. Okay, one thing I forgot to explain at the beginning of this video before I started was before you start taking off your hose for the water pump right here that I just got done showing you, this hose, and before you start this is a torque to unscrew. I don't know why. Normally it's just a socket, but before you start unscrewing the screws on the water pump, what you need to do is drain out all your radiator fluid, which I already did that before because I was testing my my pressure and I found out where the leak was coming from, so I drained out all the fluid. I forgot to explain that to you, but that should be the first step you do. And then what you want to do, what we're doing now is there's about 6 of these. Let me see if I get on camera. Good. 6 of these bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 1 here, 5, and this one's 6. But these 2 are the bottom 2 and the top ones are very big ones. I don't even have a torque that big. So what I might have to do is possibly even use a Phillips head and put it in here where it fits snug and slowly loosen it. But first I'm going to get all these bolts I can do, then I'll get back to you. Alright, I couldn't remove the water pump because this pulley was in the way. I have to remove this plate. So I popped off the pulley with just a simple pulling kit that you can rent at a lot of places. And now we have these 4 screws. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. I already took that one out. And what you want to do now is just take out these screws. And then that bracket should get off and I'll get back to you. Alright, sorry about that. We had these screws all here I had to loosen out. Alright, they're all loose, ready to go. And I realized you also have to take this screw out. I forgot to show you. this one and this one here in order for this to get up, so you can now take that out. So what I'm going to do is slide this up, get that out the way, so this could come out. Take out all my screws so they won't get loose, won't get lost. Just like that. Now the only long screws there are, and this one is this right here. And this screw is a medium. Goes in there. This long screw goes in here, but you don't have to get that out. You just pick this up like that, in this bracket. Voila, pops right out. Now you have access to these last 2 remaining screws for your water pump. And now, make sure these washers don't fall. Alright, now take out these 2 torque screws, find the right size they are, and those are your last steps. Okay, so my water pump was seized on here. It wasn't moving. So what I had to do was get a towel and get a hammer and hit here a few times. And just like that, it popped off. Now you take your water pump out. Just like that. Your water pump's out. And as you can see, it was leaking. The seal on it was actually what was leaking. The water pump's still good, but I'm going to go ahead and just replace it anyways, because it's an older water pump, and it's nothing. It's only like 40-50 bucks to do, and since I have it out now, I might as well replace it. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to show you before you guys take this off, all the screws that are on. So this water pump's just like this on your engine. But I'm going to set it down to show you a little easier so you can have a bird's eye view. Okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 screws holding this thing together. And here's the placement of them. So you have a few on the side, a few on the top. You have about 4 on that side, and you have to take off that cover I was showing you before, the power steering pull-in cover. And you have 3 on the bottom. And that's all there is to, and just the assembly is exactly what this video was, but just play backwards. And that's how you would assemble your water pump too. Oh, and before you get a new one, what you should do is, on your old one, you want to get a razor blade and just clean off all of this. See this gasket just everywhere? Like here, you just want, and you really want to clean up all of this so your new gasket would stick very good. And that is all there is to it. Thanks for watching.